All right, guys, what's up, man? It's Sensei. Today we're going to be doing an install of the exhaust from Shark Road. I heard the pipes, fell in love with the pipes. I'm opening the box up. I'm going to show you guys what's in the box. And I like the sound because it's not so heavy. But here's the deal. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. If the pipes end up being too loud when I'm doing long distance riding and the RPMs are high, I'm taking them right back down. All right, so I'm going to be doing a full review of these pipes because I'm still all about protecting my hearing. I don't want to be damaging my hearing, but I do want my bike to have a little rumble. I just love the rumble. I love the quietness too. Surprisingly, never thought I loved the quietness. All right, so what's in the box? All right, they sent me an official hat. That's what I'm talking about. This is a nice hat too, okay? I also got, this is a t-shirt. Oh, they hooked me up. They sent me a t-shirt. I will be rocking those, believe it or not. And we have the clamps that we need to utilize in place of the other clamp system that's in there. So we got that. We have these two parts along with these nuts. The install is not complicated at all. It's literally a pin to remove, 2 screws, 3, 4, 5. It's like about six bolts total to remove on each side. Could be one off. All right, let's see what the exhaust actually looks like. Bam, this thing looks good. All right, that's what it looks like. It's excellent. Now, I'm not sure if there's a difference in the left or right one, but we will find out as we begin to do this install, okay? There we go. Now, from the look of it, I don't see a difference in the left or right, but like I said, we're gonna find out because I'm pretty sure maybe there isn't. All right, so, all right, there we go. All right, so I'm excited about it. This, I want to hear how this thing wakes up the bike, and yo, let's go. All right, so let's start off with the first step that I'm going to do, and I'm going to remove this to the tab underneath this thing here, okay? Now, guys, keep in mind, this is my first time installing the exhaust on this bike. I've installed many on my other bikes, my Harleys, but this is going to be kind of similar. So I use my flathead screwdriver to remove this. There's a little tab here. Take out that tab. There's a little piece that pushes in. I thought I broke it at first. I was like, wait a minute, why that piece came out? But it just looks like this right here, okay? And then on this, it's gonna come off. And what we want to do, this is what we want to access. We want to access these bolts right here to remove this cover. We want to get this back piece off. So I'm going to use my 5mm hex and remove that because we want to gain access to that bolt that's holding the slip-ons together. And inside here, there's a grommet. Make sure that grommet stays right where it's at. All right, so basically, let me show you where I'm looking at on the bike. So if I'm looking at this way, right? So we already got this bolt off and this bolt off. Okay, those two bolts are already off. Okay, I put the light on it so you can see it. 1, 2. Now, if I'm looking over here, I'm gonna turn this light up a little bit more. If I'm looking directly that way to the bike, if you look inside here, there's a bolt that's right here. You see that bolt? That bolt is a 12, I believe it's a 12mm socket. I'll give me a second. That is a 12mm. So we're gonna reach through with an extended socket, 12mm, and we're gonna take that off. All right, so I'm gonna put that through here. All right, so we got that out. Take my time and pull out that and then get there's a little washer. And what I'm doing, just drop all the parts in this right here. And so now this whole thing is accessible, right? So now I'm gonna get underneath and let me show you. All right, so underneath this, directly underneath this engine, this saddlebag guard, there's a 13mm socket underneath this, right? So we're gonna break this off. So that's holding everything together. So we're gonna break this. Actually, not a 13mm. It's a 12mm. Hold on a second. Not 13, 12. My correction. So we're gonna get this broken. There we go. And we're gonna loosen this up. Now I'm gonna hold the exhaust in place, because that's gonna get me to drop this all the way out, and I'm gonna be able to pull it out. So I'm gonna get pretty much to the side, and I'm gonna wiggle this back and forth until this whole thing loosens up. There we go. All right, so we got that off. All right, so right here, there's a 5mm hex right here, because we want to remove this plate. And like I said, to avoid losing these screws, okay, this is what that screw looks like. To avoid losing these screws, put them someplace safe. All right, and then let's see what else we got. Okay, that should be it that's holding this. And there should be the tabs that's holding this too. So I have to pull this towards the bike. That's off. And then here, let's look at this thing. We got 1, 2. We have one here. There's another one here. Okay, 5mm head as well. All right, it's the same exact screw that we just took out, so don't get too confused about that. And let's see what else we got. All right, so this one is only this one. It looked like it's only that screw, so I should be able to pull this towards me and get this out. But what I need to do is rotate this, and I feel like there's something else that's holding this in place. I don't see it, and there's a piece right here that I have to rotate this to get it out. So let's find out what this is. All right. And I'm taking my time. I'm not trying to go really hard and aggressive. Just taking my time. And I don't want to bend this up. Ooh, that squeaky sound, right? All right, we got that out. Bam. All right, so we got that part off. It's pretty simple. It's not hard at all. It's simple 12mm socket and a 5mm hex head. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, or of course a screwdriver. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. You already seen how I did it already. The same thing applies to the other side, so let's go. All right, so we got these parts off, right? And you will know when you have the right one or the wrong one. The one on the left side has like a little flat surface. The one on the right, the one, if I'm sitting on the bike, the one on the left side is a full cylinder. The one on the right side has a flat piece to it, okay? So you figure out which direction does this go in. And you could only get it right one time because these tabs can only fit properly in its slot, all right? So when I put this in, we know that there's a hole right here that lines up to that piece. So I'm gonna take my time, I'm gonna slide this down. And I'm just doing a gentle separation, not a big separation. We don't need to make it so massive. And I'm gonna push this in. Now there's some tabs right here that this has to go inside of those tabs, okay? So let's make sure we got those tabs set properly. And let me just confirm before I even lock that in. Let me just take this back out. And I'm gonna make sure, because I don't remember if there's one in the bottom or not. So I wanna make sure that there isn't one. Take this back out just to check. So there's one at the bottom. So I'm gonna remove this little blocker so this tab can fit properly. I'm gonna get that tab to push in on the bottom, and then we're gonna rotate this and get it to fit also on the front. So I'm gonna push it in. All right, so we got the tabs in, right? I wanna make sure you can see what I'm seeing. So these tabs are in, which is good. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna screw back, remember that bolt that we took out? We're gonna put that bolt back in here. So there's a lot of manipulation. The material is very thin, so it's easy to bend. So don't use like brute force and bend it. You know what I mean? Take your time. Take your time. And then the same thing is gonna apply to that top that we took off. So this feels good. This feel like all the tabs are in. That's a perfect thing. I like that. And this stuff scratches really easy, so be careful. Ask me how I know. Shucks, this thing scratches like 1, 2, 3. I don't know what the heck that's about. But anyway, we're gonna keep that going. Now, this has a slot. There's a slot here. See this slot? This slot is gonna slide into its place. So let's find that spot where it goes. And let's see where I'm at. Here we go. I'm gonna take my time, line it up to that little tabs, and I'm gonna push that in. I don't wanna force it, I just wanna feel that opening and make sure that it's lined up properly. That looks good. All right, there we go. Okay, so we got that in. We got the slot, that in the slot. So we're gonna take another one of those screws that we took out with that 5mm hex. And we are going to lock this in place. Let's see what we got. Nice. Now, this has the clamp that comes with it. I mean, that was on the stock one, and this is the one that comes with it, okay? All right, here goes the tricky part, which I could already tell is gonna be tricky as heck. But it's going into these tabs and lining up the tabs that's underneath here. There are a couple of tabs that lines up on the bottom. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. All right, here we go. Let's see, I'm gonna try my best not to pass the tab. I wanna push this into that tab. That looks good. Now the bottom one is also a tab on the bottom, okay? I'm gonna get that tab in too. All right, it takes a little bit of aligning and checking your light and everything to make sure that you got this thing lined up properly. But once you get it lined up, you're good to go. Now the clamp, that is, I'm gonna tell you the size that I have. The size clamp that we're gonna be using, the socket is gonna be a 10mm. It's a 10mm. So I'm gonna get me a little bit of turn on this and just to give it some firmness. And that comes supplied with the exhaust, okay? I'm not gonna tighten it completely because I wanna make sure I still have some kind of movement to attach these bolts back here that we took out the first time. So we're gonna put these bolts back in, right? Give it some light. And like I said, the reason why I didn't tighten this up all the way, I wanna make sure that I have this caught where it needs to be caught, okay? Make sense? So I'm gonna put that in place and then I'm gonna do another one just to make sure that it lines up properly. All right, that lined up properly. So now I can tighten this down. And I'll do the same thing for the other side, the top, should I say. All right, so I'm on the back of the bike. Let me get this light turned on. That bolt that we took out, that was right here, okay? I know it's a little crazy, but that's the one that we took off. That's right here, all right? The best way to get that is to go to the back of the bike. I got this thing pushed in, got it tightened up. What I did was I took a little bit of oil. You could use transmission fluid. I use brake fluid. Rub the inside of the pipes. So let me show you real quick. So let's say that's the new pipes, right? I took some oil and just rubbed the inside, okay? So once I did that, that was able to give me all of the lubrication that I needed to get this to slide in properly. Now once that slide in, I got this locked back into place. This is nice and steady. The other side, I gotta get that set up. And remember these bolts, right? I got the 5mm head, that's tightened down. I just want to make sure it feels good. That feels good. And then only thing left is to put this back on. Is to put this thing back on. All right, so this is gonna go inside. I'm gonna pop that in under. Make sure that slides in the way it needs to. All right, so we got this in, right? You wanna make sure this is nice and sealed. And we're gonna take this piece and push this back in. Oh, and make sure, by the way, make sure that you got this piece like this, that this piece goes in like that, all right? You can even take this out if you want to, and then push it up and then put that piece in second. So I wanna make sure that I have my slot. I'm taking out that bottom. I'm closing this in. Find an opening. All right, that popped in. Okay, so now I got this last piece, and I'm gonna push this piece in, and I'm gonna let it snap it in place. There you go, okay? So that is where it needs to be. All right, so now with the exhaust, the install is pretty easy. Now, who the hell is calling me so much? All right, guys, so just to recap the install, it's not the worst thing in the world, you know what I'm saying? It's just about taking your time. Remember, there's a bolt here that you're gonna take out, okay? Then there's the cap you're gonna remove, like I said, and you wanna just get access to everything that's under there. Just make sure that you have all those slots lined up a bit. I scratched up just a little bit on the top because this thing scratches really, really easy, but I'm gonna clean this up anyway. That's no big deal. That's gonna get scratched up doing my ground pounding rides anyway. But the install, pretty simple. You can do this under an hour. If you are a person who is very talented with putting things together, you'll be done with this in no time. All right. So let's turn the bike on. Let's hear what the bike sounds like. How about that? Woke this damn baby up. Yo, I like that. Let me turn this light down. I like it. I like it a lot. Yo, listen. That gave this bike such an amazing sound. I know it's hard to tell from the video, but when I tell you that this thing sounds amazing, the bike woke up. Now my bike sounds like a JACKAL. JACKAL is now alive, and it's not piercing to my ears. Now that's just me starting the bike up. You want to hear it again? I know you want to hear it again. Let's do it again. That's just me starting the bike up. You know what I'm saying? So I have to give it a full test when I'm riding the bike to really see what that does. All right, let's start up again. The exhaust. Yes, you want the exhaust. Let's go. All right, so listen. The install is easy. I can smell that gasoline burning. It smells the way it needs to smell. It sounds like the way it needs to sound when I get everything done, because I got to rip this bike down a lot more. This is just the beginning. I got to do a whole lot. But once again, I'm happy for the install. The bike sounds amazing. The install was not difficult at all. It's not something that was ridiculously complicated. Like I said, if you got some skills, you got some tools, you'll be able to get it done. So this is the Shark Road. I always say, did I say it backwards? Hold on. Yeah, I said it right. It's the Shark Road exhaust for the 2018 and up Go Wing. All right, I'm happy. Y'all let me know in the comments if you have it or not, or you're gonna get it or not. It don't matter. But I'm giving you guys all of the good stuff that's going down with this bike, and I'm excited. Now I need to get some water. My lips dry. Oh yeah, water. Don't get intimidated by it. All right, so guys, it's not hard. I promise you, you're gonna be fine. Just take your time. If you have the Go Wing, take your time, and let's go. Look at JACKAL, man. JACKAL is definitely being ripped apart piece by piece. JACKAL's like, yo, can somebody help me? Take me away from this guy. But then don't worry, JACKAL's gonna be happy that he's with me because y'all already know how I do already. You guys already know how I do, all right? And I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm taking those rims off because y'all know it's going to get powder coated, and that's going to be different by the next time you see this bike. Well, maybe, because I have some more installs to do. Anyway, I'm out of here. All right, let's get these miles. Let's get that money. Let's get the muscle. Peace.